Welcome back, everybody. So I wanted to talk a little bit about dating in Colombia. The first thing I want to talk about is the physical. Pretty much the type of girl you'll find here, and I'm not talking major cities. Physically, if you go into the smaller cities, like for example cities that do not involve Cartagena, Medellin, Cali, any of those type of cities, if you go to the smaller unknown cities, the typical girl you'll find is a slim girl, a nice body, and long black hair. That's typically and very beautiful face. That's typically the type of girl you'll find here. So if that's what you're into, then for sure off the bat you'll find that here. What you can expect from the way they act. So typically girls here that are very well mannered, very soft spoken, don't use a lot of bad words, nothing like that. But they also have some can have an aggressive side. Like, you have to be careful, because it's true what they say, like Latin women, they're a little bit spicy, and that's definitely true here too. So you have to be careful. They can be very nice, but at the same time, if you get them mad, they can be very, let's say, spicy. And also, one thing you have to remember, a lot of guys, typically guys from the United States, they assume if they come to Colombia that they're automatically just gonna get girls, and I'm telling you right now, that's not the case. You still have to know how to talk, you still have to be interesting, you still have to be, in shape. Everything that applies to the United States still applies here. The only difference is you might have a few advantages that local guys here don't have. Like, you'll still have the advantage of, some girls look at you with potential, which is, I would say, is a bad thing. You just want a girl to want you for you, or for the way you are. But some girls will look at you as a way to the United States. That's the only little downside about dating here. But that's why you have to know how to vet the girls. You have to know the girl you're dealing with, because you'll know off the bat if a girl is into you or if they're faking it, or me at least, because I've said in past videos, you have to know how to read. You have to know how to read a person, especially a girl. You have to know how to read a girl. You have to know what her intentions are, because it's sooner or later they reveal their intentions, So try not to jump into anything or be too quick when dating here. Take things slow, take things calm. That's one important thing you have to do. One other important thing, it might actually be the most important thing, is you have to be able to speak the language. Knowing how to speak Spanish gives you a huge advantage, because I've seen a lot of instances where guys will come date here and they have to be using Google Translate the whole relationship. I'm not gonna say they're all fake, because I'm pretty sure there are cases where someone could actually build a genuine connection and actually be into somebody even though they don't speak the same language. I'm sure there's cases like that. It was actually funny, one time in the airport, I saw a case of that, where the guy didn't speak Spanish, the girl didn't speak English, but they had a kid together, and you could tell they've just been together for years, because the kid was 5-6 years old. So I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but knowing the language is just a huge advantage, because it kind of weeds out a lot of the girls. It just gives you a bigger advantage, because you have to actually think about it. Do you know how hard it is to build a connection with somebody through Google Translate? It's not the same thing. For you to actually build genuine a genuine relationship, you need good conversation, and you need to be able to talk about deep things. And not knowing the same language, that already messes up those chances by a long shot. And when dating in Colombia, I would say 100% go to the smaller cities. If you stay in the major cities, you're gonna get a mixture of normal girls plus girls with bad intentions, girls that want to use you, girls that can scam you. Just have a huge mixture, and it's just harder to weed them out when you're in one of the big cities. When you're in the small cities, it's a lot easier to find a good girl, a decent girl, because there's just the attraction of the bad type of girls. There's just no point for them to be in the smaller cities, because tourists or tourists just never go to the smaller city, almost never go to the smaller cities. So it's just very easy to find a normal girl, and just a girl that with good values and with good intentions. And one thing I have to stress is, don't be blinded by the beauty, because one thing about Colombia, and it's 100% the truth, there are very beautiful women, and it's very easy to be blinded by one and just accept everything just because they're good looking and they're giving you attention. It's very easy to turn a blind eye and just give a girl your time that doesn't deserve it. So you have to be able to look past the beauty, because beauty is important, but it's not everything in a relationship. It's not everything, and it's not everything in a girl. A girl still has to have good values, and they still have to do their part. Like some girls think that just because they're beautiful that they don't have to work on anything else, and you do not want to run into one of those type of girls, because trust me, they'll make your life miserable. So the best advice is, don't be blinded by beauty. So with all that being said, do I recommend dating here, coming to Colombia and dating? Yes, I highly recommend it. But you just have to remember all the tips, and remember that a girl is a girl in any country. You still have to be a good man. You still have to work on yourself to be able to attract the best type of woman. And that's the same in any country. So if you like the video, like, share, subscribe, and I appreciate all of you, and stay tuned for the next video.